Hello and welcome to the Bellcast, episode 27. I know you have missed us. We took August off because Kevin got married. We'll talk about that after. And lots of other changes. Kevin, you're here.
Yeah, we're back from our little hiatus. We have a very important guest today. We got a charity topic that we need. We definitely wanted to cover. Something's fun going on here in the building. So we're taking a break from our break to come back in here and go live for a little bit.
Kevin, you're so polite. I basically told you yesterday we're doing a podcast tomorrow.
Get your ass in.
I'm like, get it. I'm like, Max is coming. You better show up. And we have a third co-host potentially, right? Mike has left the building for a while.
Mike has left the building. Mike has gone off to well, he's still in the building, but he's also going to be spending a lot of time in NYC, and with that kind of commute, just chaos ensues.
He's actually in Bell all next week.
Is he?
I think he's finagled some things.
Oh, okay. Oh, good for him. Good. He was being asleep.
I noticed when you're talking to me, you're looking at me and not the camera, so Mike could see your reaction.
Hey, Mike. I've seen it. I saw him yesterday. He was on the phone nonstop from the moment he walked in to the moment he left.
Do you think he's going to listen to these casts?
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. Just to see if we talk shit,
We will.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
cool.
But he knows. We poke fun at each other, whether we're here or not.
You got a lot cockier since you got married now. We're
very,
going to talk about it afterwards, but
very confident, I think it's the tan, a little.
She hasn't broken you down yet, huh?
Not yet. That comes at about the 6-month mark, and yeah, I'll be deflated.
For the next 60 years.
Yes.
Max.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Max.
That's me.
What's your last name, Max?
Lowy.
Lowy.
Yes, Lowy. Not Lowy, not Lowry, Lowy.
Lowy.
Max
Yes.
Lowy.
Max is on this podcast, even though we are only having people from Bell Works on this podcast. So before all you Bellcasters get all upset and stuff, there's a reason why Max is here. He's paying us first a lot of money.
Yes, a lot of money under the table.
And I think we get a free truck at the end of this thing.
Yeah, sweet.
Absolutely.
That's
Okay.
great.
And moving. I am selling the house, so
Free moving.
I got moving service
Gotta
now.
move.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone's got to move.
Max, you are, well, let's get into the event part, right? I met you a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
You are doing an event here at Bell Works, and take it away.
Yeah, no, so absolutely. So just to backtrack a little bit.
Yes.
So again, Max Lowy with Lowy's Moving Service. I'm fourth generation there, so we've been in business 95 years. Great-grandfather started the company. My dad, and then it went to my grandfather, my dad, my two uncles, and it's me and a cousin now.
Us kids, we had to move stuff in a real truck. You guys got power
Pretty
lifts
much.
and all, right?
That's exactly it. So we've been in this area for a long time. We actually used to handle all Bell Labs when it was Bell Labs, so it's pretty cool to see what has happened here.
Coming back here.
And then since Bell Works, we've actually moved probably, I don't want to say close to half of the tenants into this building. So we know the building really well, which is nice, and we have some good relationships with a lot of the tenants, which is really nice as well.
You guys do a lot of, do you do a lot of commercial, a lot of
So
residential?
we do both. We're probably 60-40 commercial residential. We try to do more commercial than residential, but we're
More money.
Yeah. So, but we do everything. So commercial, residential, industrial, warehousing, you name it, we do it.
Are you actually lifting stuff, or do you got people?
I try not to, but yeah, some days I'm project managing and going out there. And
Well, you have to be the one that goes out if someone is not there, right?
Yeah.
But are you guys? Where's the company located?
So we're based in Neptune.
Neptune, okay.
Yeah, based in Neptune. We've been basically between Neptune and Asbury for 95 years.
Do you deal with a lot of the these movers? They banged up this, they did that, right? You deal with that crap all the time.
So.
Right? You opened up with the movers, so I'll go right at it.
No, absolutely. Yeah. So moving is stressful. We get that. Accidents happen.
Yeah.
And I think it's really about how you react to those accidents. The problem is there's a lot of fly-by-night movers out there. They're not licensed. They're not insured.
They have a truck.
And usually,
guy with a truck. No.
Exactly. Well, when you
want a license,
when you hear about a mover in the news, that's when you hear all bad. So the goal is kind of to work with those socially responsible, reputable moving companies that are licensed, and that's kind of another kind of a perfect transition into Move for Hunger,
Yes.
Which is the charity that we actually founded 10 years ago.
Okay.
So.
I like the way you transitioned
Yeah,
out of the
yeah,
bad
yeah.
part of
No, that was
that was
good, right?
very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Usually,
Let's get away from the bad.
Lorenzo's got to do the segues and transitions, but that was a good one.
We don't have to, the only reason I say it is I just wondered on the business side how you handle that stuff, because as a designer I deal with the world of designers. They say, how many people call me and say, I haven't been able to touch and talk to my designer. And it's because they do it on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why that was a parallel. But yes, Move for Hunger.
Yes.
The event here.
So absolutely. So Move for Hunger, we started this nonprofit 10 years ago. It was just a simple idea. During the moving process, there's so much waste, whether it's food, furniture, clothing, you name it, things are getting tossed or left behind. So at this time, my brother, he was doing marketing for Mercedes, and we just said to our dad, hey, can we ask our customers for a month if we could take any of the extra food that's usually left behind or thrown out and just bring it to the local food bank.
Very good.
So, we thought it was a cool idea, asked our clients for a month, and we brought the food back to the warehouse and we collected 300 pounds of food in a month. We were like, oh, that's pretty cool. What if every moving company was just asking this question? So my brother at that time, he quit his job. So he's the executive director at Move for Hunger, and fast forward now 10 years, we're working with over 950 moving companies in all 50 states of Canada. We've been able to collect and deliver over 15 million pounds of food.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is that like
Congrats.
do you remember the first time that conversation, like, we're moving your stuff, do you have strawberries? Like,
Yeah, no, it was,
right?
no, it was, so we asked for unopened non-perishables. It depends on where you're in, what market you're in and where you're going to be donating to, because a lot of food banks, they only accept so much. Typically it's unopened non-perishables, and then we do events, whether it's fundraising events or food drives. So I think last year alone they did over 650 food drives throughout the country. So when you think about it, what does the moving industry have? It's got trucks, it's got boxes, it's got the manpower to
You're moving stuff.
move stuff.
Right.
Where these food banks, instead of them hosting a food drive with a local real estate office, Lowy's can go into our local Remax or Berkshire Hathaway and say, hey, you guys are going to do a food drive anyways. We'll drop off the boxes for free. We'll help push it. Move for Hunger will send out press, handle all the social, everything like that. Collect as much food. We'll come back, pick it up, and bring it to the local food bank on your behalf.
Okay.
So for the food bank to do the exact same thing that we would do, they're providing boxes, trucks, gas, employee. It's like $100, $150 worth of, where they could have spent that on real meals.
Yeah.
So we're assisting in, I guess, food waste, but we're also assisting the food banks to be able to purchase more food for what they need to do.
Were you guys involved during Hurricane Sandy?
Yeah, so Sandy was really interesting because we are not a disaster relief organization. We're hunger relief.
You weren't the day before, that's for sure.
Yeah, so honestly, we actually took one of our warehouses and because the food bank they were just full. They couldn't even accept anything else. So we actually made a makeshift food bank at one of our warehouses. We had thousands of pounds of food and people just coming and it wasn't just food, it was, toiletry, everything that, people would need.
Yeah.
We donated I want to say probably 5,000 to 10,000 boxes to the majority of the municipalities right on the water for people to go into their homes, box stuff up, bring it back, wherever they need it.
Mm-hmm.
We stored a lot of people's, stuff and worked with ServPro to, get their items out quick and efficiently. So Sandy it was crazy. I mean, we've never seen anything like that.
No, I was out for 6 weeks because I live in Keyport right on the water.
Oh, yeah.
So my wife was 8 months pregnant.
Oh, man. No, thank you.
And my dog had just had a slip disc in her vertebrae. So, that was fun. So thanks for the food.
Yeah,
You probably got some of it.
It was intense the first time. I know we're kind of going into this, but I'll never forget driving on Route 35 the day after, or 2 days after, and seeing the tanks and the military.
Oh yeah, like martial law type of.
Yeah, it was like what you see in like.
There's cars on fire, just like on 35. It was wild.
There were boats boats that were about 2 miles in.
I'm a mile away from Union Beach where it got completely destroyed, but for some reason now this is just a funny story to add to. My neighbor, he has like a flip cell phone, right? He's just like, get off my lawn, like all that.
One of those guys.
This mother blaster rolls out and this was what, 2012, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Rolls out on a wheel barrel, 2 huge solar panels.
Wow.
He bought them on like scientific something website like 6 months earlier, and he put it outside, and his house
Power.
was powered. And I'm like, the guy's got like a flip phone, and he's like, yeah, it was $2,000. I bought it like 8 months ago, and he was powered for the entire month and a half.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth it.
However, I redeemed myself because even back then, I ordered a generator on Amazon the next day It showed up 3 days later while everybody was at Home Depot.
Wow.
The guy's like,
Oh,
his
wow.
name is Sergio. He's like, dude, you're the only one who ordered. It's like, so
Amazon still delivered.
Yeah.
That's,
and thanks for the
impressive.
non-perishables.
Yes.
Yeah,
Food
no,
stuff like
absolutely.
that. So the event, well, today we should say is August 16th.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You are doing an event here in September.
September 12th.
Okay, so what's the event?
So the event is a truck pull. So if anyone's ever seen a truck pull, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's teams of 10 pulling a 26-foot moving truck 4 times. So I do want to say we do have sponsors for this event. So I want to.
There's a lot of companies affiliated, from Bell affiliated.
Yes.
with
So our title sponsor is Workwave. So thank you, Workwave.
Okay, Workwave was on the
They've been on
podcast.
the
That's a
podcast.
good thing.
So they actually put us over our goal of 10,000. So we're already around $11,500 raised for this event
I
already.
saw. Weren't you just like at 8,500?
Yeah,
the day?
Yeah.
just saw
Yeah, so-
this morning or yesterday.
deal with
it was like
Kelly
8,500.
at all?
I believe it was Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on the podcast. So
She's great.
any company that you mentioned that said no to us in the podcast, I'm gonna.
Definitely, 100%. So, Workwave, I want to thank them.
Okay.
New Jersey Natural Gas, Applebee's is a sponsor, Ocean First, Attention Trading, JCP&L. Let's see, JGS just came on.
Yeah.
Don't forget anybody.
Yeah, no, I think that's it right
You
now.
start naming it. Okay.
We are still talking to some other companies, and
Okay.
they definitely have the opportunity to still come on board.
So their sponsorship, okay. But what about the teams themselves?
So the teams, if your company is not a sponsor and you still want to participate, definitely going to participate. We just ask for $20 a team.
So could they come out that day? Even?
Absolutely.
Okay, and $20 per team or per person?
Per team.
Per team.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a fun event. And what did you say was September?
September 12th. So it's actually the first Thursday after
Lit.
the Thursday, the Thursday happy hours end here.
Oh,
for the
summer
summer.
with
okay,
the
okay.
works.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
no longer summer with the works is going right into truck
It's
pulls.
going right into a truck pull. So it's keeping the party alive, after the summer.
Will there
events.
be Munchables and things of that
So
nature?
there should be food. Again, we're still working
Yeah.
to see if these retailers inside are
Non-perishables
coming.
only. It'll be canned food.
So it is
Canned
also
beer.
a food drive. So anyone that wants to bring food, non-perishables, unopened,
Okay.
we'll take that. We'll donate it right back to Fulfill, which is the old Mount
What time is it
County
at?
Food Bank.
Is it
It's at 3:45.
3:45? So you
So-
can go to the atrium here, right? And is it out front?
It's right out front, and it's perfect time. You could cut out of work a little early and come celebrate and have a good event.
Can we do a live podcast at the?
Yeah.
We should.
Do you need an MC? Can I MC
So
it?
there
Yeah, you
is,
DJ?
so there is a DJ, but I mean, if you guys want to do a
Who's
live,
the DJ? I'm a forward. Oh.
See, I
'cause-
don't know if I have that in my notes
Is it,
here.
is it the guy from Bell Works, Alex?
No,
Oh.
no,
Alex.
he's done a few of our truck pulls before. So
How many have you done?
So Lowy's, this is our second truck pull.
Okay.
This is actually a perfect segue into this. So this year alone, we'll probably do 30 truck pulls around the country.
Oh,
Typically, they're at breweries or bars.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
that's fun. A bunch of drunk people,
Yeah,
moving
so-
vehicles. And, yeah.
that's the typical. And so I wanted to see if I could use this corporate kind of setting as a new model, because there's a lot of movers out there that work not in a space like this, because this is a really
It's
unique
still a
space.
function, enough size building.
But there are corporate parks out there, so I wanted to see if we could prove this model to work as well. And so far we've reached our goal. So it is working, and I think if we do it this year, we do it next year, it's just going to get bigger and bigger every year.
What do you find that, although people can donate food, do you see certain products that are more in demand that you find, like if I said to you, what 3 things would you want me to bring? Are there certain things versus that you see?
Peanut butter, anything high protein.
Okay.
Perfect example was last week or 2 weeks ago. It was Shark Week, so Mufranga does a whole Shark Week. It's all tuna.
Yeah.
So a lot of the movers do like tuna campaigns, and
Okay.
we just try to get creative and fun with it, because hunger it's a huge issue. It's an issue that if you've never been hungry, it's something that you might not see. You might just think, it's the homeless person out on the side of the street in New York. Just in New Jersey, there's 920,000 people that struggle to find their next meal. It's 1 in 6 children, 40 million Americans.
I mean, let's be honest. If you don't know what hunger is, you probably don't
Yeah.
know how to listen to a podcast, so you're not hearing this.
Yeah,
No,
I don't think
but-
you're listening on an
you're
iPhone to your
yes,
podcast.
You're
Yeah.
on an island.
But it's weird because a lot of people they're either deciding if they're going to pay electric or
Yeah.
get groceries. So you don't see it every day. So that's why it's hard to always relate, but it is there, and and especially in like Monmouth County. I mean, we're we're top richest counties in the country, and there's a lot of hunger here.
Yeah.
And you just don't see it. So there's definitely a need, and bringing a community like this together for a fun event. I mean, the kind of support that you guys can give it's huge.
Do you need? Go ahead.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it seems like it's so easy to just get involved.
It's too easy.
I mean, $20 for a truck pull, or you come bring some cans of food. I mean,
For sure.
get a couple extra cans of food next time you're at the grocery store and come on out and
Exactly.
bring something. So yeah, it's very easy. So
Do you need volunteers or anything?
I believe we got the volunteers set.
Okay.
But yeah, anyone that wants to participate in the truck pull or information, they could literally bellworkstruckpull.com
bellworkstruckpull.com.
or moveforhunger.org.
FOR.
now my
FOR,
question
yes.
is:
Yes.
Is there a trophy involved?
Yes.
And have you pitted all of the companies here against themselves? And does everyone hate each other at this point?
So there is a trophy involved. There's T-shirts. Everyone gets a free T-shirt. Again, there's gonna be music. There's gonna be some kind of food and beverage of some kind. So again, we're still working on that as we bring on certain sponsors. But yeah, the goal is really to see what company can have bragging rights for a year before we do the next one.
I think we need a collab one. We need all the other,
Yeah, Sean was right on that.
Yeah. Sean's gonna be anchor. Smallest guy.
Yeah, we really honestly, even if you don't have a team of 10,
Just show up, right?
Just
You
show
put
up.
it together.
We'll put a team together for you. So
You showing up?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do a truck pull.
Okay. I mean, I'll watch. I ain't gonna pretend. I'll go. I'll support. I'll watch.
I'll do it.
There's an episode of Impractical Jokers, and one of the punishments is the guy Q has to go to a food shelter, and the punishment is that he has to go throughout the food shelter while everybody's packing it for the homeless, and start opening up food and just start eating it. So, I mean, if you bring tuna fish, there'll be tuna fish there.
And Lorenzo will be just digging through the pile.
No.
We'll start
I will be
digging.
the tattletale. I will be the tattletale.
I think we can get a good group, from here, from the collab going, and I think some of the other businesses can get involved.
Yeah.
So,
Have you seen one person pull a truck?
No. Typically, like you need 8 guys or 8 people, not guys.
So like 2 of me.
At least.
Okay.
At least. Now you know what you can do just yourself.
Yeah.
So it's 4 times. It's a group of 8
It's
Okay.
8 to 10
Group of
people,
10, 8 to 10
and
people.
it's timed.
times. So
Yeah.
fastest time.
Fastest time wins.
What kind of truck?
It's 26-foot moving truck.
Okay.
Unloaded.
It will be unloaded.
Okay. Actually, you're working for them that day.
Another mover just did one, and they had their truck loaded, and we were like,
my God.
"Why would you do that?" They were like, "It was loaded. We couldn't get it unloaded in time." We're like,
They should have. The
Our
people should have
viewers-
realized when they had to go to someone's address
Yeah.
to pull it.
Yeah.
Like, wait, you're doing the work for us.
Yeah, right.
You grew up where, Max?
I grew up right in Ocean Township,
Ocean Township
Yeah.
College.
Southern Connecticut State University in New Haven,
SCU.
SCSU,
SCSU.
Owls. Yep.
Huge football team, right? Division 1.
Huge football team. Yeah, no, not at all.
Almost as big as Remco and William Patterson.
Yes. What'd you study?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Okay. And what'd you do? Were you going right back into the company, family business?
No, I didn't think I was going to do this at all.
Always happens that way.
Yeah, no,
Everyone we talk to.
I mean, growing up on the trucks, learned hard work, learned that I did not want to be on the
Be
moving
on the
trucks.
truck, yeah.
So right out of college, I was doing marketing for companies like Versace, Lacoste, and Caesars.
Okay.
And
Pizza?
pizza?
Yeah. Okay. No. It's,
No, the casino.
I know.
And then from there, I was at Move for Hunger full time for 7 years, and I was running our real estate program, and really just developing everything that we're doing. And about 4 years ago, an opportunity came back at the family company, and I guess I got signed right up.
Max, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, Max. What are you doing?
So yeah, that's where I've been, and to be honest, it's been our best 4 years in the company's history. So I want to,
See?
it's.
Now he's got that on
Don't want to
tape.
toot my own horn,
He's
but
got that
no,
on tape.
it's nice. We brought my cousins handles all residential. I handle all the commercial,
Okay.
along with our uncles and our father. And
Are you all in like one office, or are you spread out throughout?
I mean, we got a nice office. I mean, we're all in one building.
Okay.
We have a few warehouses. So yeah, I mean, we're the largest mover in Monmouth and Ocean County.
Monmouth and Ocean County. Okay.
Probably one of
How
the
many
oldest. We have a fleet of like 35.
Know your
and-
numbers, Max.
Yeah, 30. Well, trucks, trailers, you
Yeah.
know, and then we try to send out anywhere between like 25 and 35 guys a day.
Okay, and you said how
95 years.
95 years. So, are you planning something for the 100th? Like,
So
we move everybody.
There is going to be some kind of party. Not really sure what. We're probably going to do some kind of testimonial and get back with all of our clients. Just because there's 100 years. It's
100
wild.
years of moving people around the state.
Yeah.
Are you going into like Philly and New York City?
We do New York.
What a pain, right?
Yeah, it depends.
Hoboken, Jersey City.
Yeah, it really depends. Especially for like the residential, we really stay in our market, but commercial, we're everywhere.
Okay.
We are an agent of Wheaton Van Line, so we're able to do long distance. If you call us in the summer to do a long distance, we're not touching it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, it's actually interesting because summertime it's our busiest season, and when
commercial or resident?
Both.
Oh, okay.
But when you think about hunger, people don't usually donate during the summer. They actually donate during like the holidays and Christmas. So, and kids aren't in school; they're not receiving the backpack program, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So our busiest season as an industry, we have the biggest opportunity to make the biggest impact when it's needed the most.
Most, right.
And it's so interesting how they correlate and how our partners all over the country are again, 15 million pounds of food in 10 years. It's wild.
Do you think that the whole hunger connection with the moving company is really what propels you into enjoying what you're doing? Forget the family part of it.
No,
it seems like
it's 100%. I mean, again, we never had a background in, like, we didn't grow up, doing all these charity things.
Sure.
I think we saw a need and we saw an opportunity for us to help effortlessly. So, again, my brother, his background was marketing, my background was marketing. Really just business. So a charity, it's not really a sustainable model, a nonprofit. So you have to run it like a for-profit business. You have to bring on strategic partners. You have to do certain things to, be able to run effectively. And so I think that's why we were able to kind of say, hey, we know this industry really well. We see the correlation.
Right.
There's such a need, and I mean, we are the moving industry charity now.
Yeah.
And it's.
Well, you glow when you say it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting.
It's proud.
Yeah. But you enjoy it.
Yeah, being able to help people effortlessly, and that's the thing. When it comes to charity, if it's extra work, people aren't going to do it, and we found that out quickly.
Yeah.
So we've made it part of the process. So it's part of our everyday. If Move for Hunger closed their doors tomorrow, there's 950 movers every single day just asking for food.
Okay.
So that's sustainable. That's real change. So that's how you got to kind of see it. We're not taking it as, Move for Hunger is leading the charge. No, this industry is leading the charge in real change, and I think that's why I think you kind of see the passion come out of me, because I know the industry and it's something that we kind of do
you
every
married
single
everything,
day.
right? Because you went away to college,
Yes.
partied, came back, worked in the office world. I mean,
Let's be honest here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Then worked in the office world, right?
Yep.
And then brought it back home in a sense with something that, because you worked for Move for Hunger, you said, for 7 years.
Yeah.
Now, so Move for Hunger is the company now you're doing.
So Move for Hunger is the charity. So Lowy's, I'm at Lowy's full time. Lowy's and Move for Hunger are separate. Lowy's is the moving company. Move for Hunger is the nonprofit.
So what I'm wondering is, did you know that you were going to do this with Lowy's already when you left Move for Hunger, or did you leave Move for Hunger, go to Lowy's, and then light bulb moment, let me connect it?
So Lowy's started Move for Hunger technically.
Okay.
So the idea, it conceptualized from Lowy's, and then my brother kind of took it and ran. So right now, Move for Hunger has about 12, 13 full-time employees.
Okay.
A lot of college interns, anywhere from like 15 to 20 each semester, coming from schools all over the state, really.
Plus the name is ridiculously good because it doubles down, right?
I came up with the name.
Yeah.
And the logo, just saying.
Yeah. Well, I didn't look at the logo yet, but you don't want to.
It's great.
Okay, fine.
That's good design.
It's great. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it. That's what, but the Move for Hunger part, right? Because obviously it doubles down on the moving part of it. When you, is your grandfather?
My grandfather's still alive.
Okay, is he still around doing
He's
stuff?
he actually they just moved back from Florida. I want to say the beginning of the summer.
I'm doing a truck pull by myself.
Yeah, so I'm sure he will be there, and I mean, he loves everything. Actually, he just posted on Facebook his birthday's coming up. He's doing a charity fundraiser for Move for Hunger. My grandparents.
He's out of control. They're out of control.
iPhone, iPad, it's wild.
How old are they?
88, 89. Yeah, I mean,
Out of control.
Wait. Last year, golf's like 3 days a week. Hit a hole in one. He's had like 5 hole-in-ones. He's like, it's unbelievable.
You kids don't know nothing.
It's unbelievable. And then when he tells me like how to golf, I get all pissed. I'm like,
Because he's so much better than
I know.
Clearly, we should have had Max's grandfather on this podcast.
I know. We really
should
should.
have brought him in.
So he will be there. Okay.
He should be there.
What's
yeah.
his name?
Gene.
Gene. Okay. I'm just if you're at the poll, just
Shout
yell
out to
Gene.
Yeah, Gene Lowy. He's the man.
Okay. Siblings, you said, or in the
So I have a cousin who handles our residential
Right.
estimates.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's big.
Let's just swing left for 5 seconds here. Kevin got married.
Yeah, man. I
All right.
did.
So Max, I'll just you were gonna do the whole camera thing, and then you bailed
Yes.
out on it the last minute.
Yes.
You want to just give a quick 3 minutes on what happened there and why you basically took
Sure,
Mike and I's
sure.
advice
Sure.
when we told you not to effing do this?
So we're also marketing 2 different companies, but then part of what we do is virtual reality and 360 and things like that. We have a
Right.
bunch of cameras, upstairs, and I was going to record my own wedding in 360 using one of the cameras and set everything up. Originally, when it came close, originally that was the plan, and then as it got closer, I just
That's because Mike and I berated you
theory.
every week.
Yeah,
And
in
we're
theory,
like,
it sounded
It
great.
sounded great.
But then, like, the thought of something going wrong and me having a remote control in my hand, having to operate a camera
during vows, right?
during vows,
Oh.
yeah, it would have been not the smartest thing.
No bueno.
What would have
So-
been great was we would have actually been able to see your demise happen.
that would have been great.
And it would have
actually.
been able to be rolled out at any point by Jody.
Yeah, no, thank God I didn't do it.
Smart decision.
I didn't do it. Everything went amazing.
Good.
It was a little hot. We did the ceremony outside but super short. We did it about 15 minutes,
Okay.
just in a garden. It was beautiful, and then we went in and partied. It was
Were you
great.
hammered?
No, we had drinks. So I bought a nice bottle of scotch, and I had a bunch of my guy friends that we didn't. I didn't do a big bachelor like a bridal party.
Yeah.
It was just my brother, and so a bunch of the guys that would have been in a large party I had up to the suite, and we had drinks. I had the fathers up. We were toasting with a nice bottle of scotch, and then so we had a round, then we had another round, and then the Reverend came in, and she was drinking with us. She's Irish, so she was drinking with us. So everybody had a nice little buzz before the ceremony even started.
Oh.
So-
You got the vows all.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, the
I
vows.
saw some lovely pictures. Your wife looked lovely.
Yeah, she
you
did.
looked
She
okay too. I'll
Yeah,
tell you,
thank
not
you,
bad,
thank
not
you.
bad.
I
Wedding
could've
went down
write
to
for
hits, no
myself.
families arguing, no uncles
No,
in.
no,
You
everything.
get a bunch of Irish people drunk in a room.
Yeah.
Did
no,
everybody just leave and not say
everything
anything?
went
Like Irish goodbye? Like
No, everything.
No.
You know what? We had a big. It was a Sunday night. We had a big.
you just
after-
leave?
we
Did
had
you
an
just
after
leave?
party.
Like Jody's like, "Where's my husband?" Goodbye.
From what I remember, we had an after party. I was standing
Yeah.
during it.
I think.
I was just kind of walking into walls and looking around, but everyone said it was a great time at the hotel.
So towards the end of the night, you were.
Yeah.
Gone.
So we had an amazing photographer, and he does this thing called the Ring of Fire, and he lights up the whole. He goes out and in his full black with a black ski mask on, and he lights up everything, and then he has this big like swirling sparkle
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
So who's your photographer? Who was it?
Charlie Sweet out
Okay.
of Red Bank.
Okay.
Amazing guy. So I'm done at this point, and then so my wife is now trying to drag me off of the dance floor by the bar or wherever I was at the moment, saying we have to do this picture. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing any more pictures. We're just gonna party. And she drags me outside, and it's
She
just,
drags me
yeah,
outside.
It's just
Not even 5 seconds
no,
married. He's already.
Yep, already getting dragged. So, and thank God I did though. It was a beautiful picture. It was just
It's
surreal. There's like, everything's lit. There's just flames going right by my head and back of me. There's a guy on the ground with like a long lens, snapping shots. But it was great, and that was one of the last things I think I remember of the night. That cutting the cake and yeah.
Okay. So
That was great.
how was the next morning? You woke up with a hangover, or were you?
No,
You were okay? Yeah,
no.
Irish stuff. Yeah.
Irish and liquid IV. I swear by the stuff.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard this. Yeah.
Have you ever used liquid IV? Yeah.
No,
If
but
you
I've
ever
heard.
I'm sorry, Kevin. No, we don't.
Well, no. If you're
we don't get obliterated anymore. We're married.
if you're
Just
ever
cry.
super dehydrated or after a night of drinking,
Yeah.
if you just chug that real quick in the morning, mix it with a little water. Oh.
Super dehydrated. That's how they phrase it.
Super
Well, hey,
dehydrated.
whatever.
Yeah.
The kids are saying these days.
If you just ran a marathon or you just did a night of drinking,
Or
and
a
you're
truck
over,
pull.
or a truck pull, yeah. And if you're over 35 and you're doing a night of drinking,
Over
You need it.
35. Okay. Honeymoon. You went a week later, or
yeah, we went back to work here at Bell for a week, and then we went off to Mexico for 10 days.
10 days, and you got back when?
I got back on Tuesday, a
Oh,
couple days ago.
who's the first person to ask you when you're having a kid?
Oh, we've had that asked since the start.
Did Jody ask you that?
Yeah, so, right.
I'm just trying to.
Oh, no,
No,
we're-
Max, how long have you been married, Max?
It's almost 2 years. Wait, yeah. It's,
Max, the way you made
Yeah.
that whole impression, I thought you were telling me like 32
No,
Yeah,
years.
he's like,
no,
oh, but I'm married.
No, wait, maybe it's.
Dude, you're already forgetting? Okay, just stop.
Wow.
She's
We don't want
she's not gonna listen to this.
What's your
Oh,
wife's
yeah.
name?
Jocelyn.
Okay, good.
Yes, got her name.
Kids?
One baby. She is 17 months.
Wonderful.
So that was
Perfect,
Quick. So
yeah.
that was quick.
Yeah.
So you do right
That was
after,
quick?
Yeah,
I think that was
right
quick.
after the wedding.
Yeah.
Similar, right?
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably end up being that
Yeah.
same
I didn't
boat.
get Kevin in trouble. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
'Cause I know Jody listens to the podcast.
Yeah,
as well, right?
and same boat. Yeah, I think we're not doing anything right now because of Mexico, maybe Zika. I don't know. A little paranoia there.
Oh. Is that still a thing?
I don't think it is, but she was a little worried, and now we're like a little less worried. So
Okay.
normally we were gonna wait like 3 months, but
Okay.
we might
We
just-
had the same because we got married in Mexico.
yeah.
In
So
Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we actually had people not come because they were trying to get pregnant or they were pregnant.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Zika thing was like when we saw the baby pictures, right? It was like 4 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah, it was still a little more prevalent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when you got married.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, it was definitely a little nerve wracking, but we
Yeah.
brought the bug spray.
All right.
Yeah, so we did bug spray.
What else are you gonna do? I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're by the beach, and I didn't see one mosquito. So,
So if you all see Kevin in the hallways, congratulate him. Ask him when he's having his first kid.
yeah,
Just nonstop, please. Anything you do. Yeah.
exactly. So I had to turn bright red for about 6 months before the wedding, and now I got another reason to be bright red.
Oh yeah. Well, here's what I found the answer to be. Now, I'm off the boat Italian, right? I have all aunts Italian who have zero ability to understand tact
Oh no.
or anything.
Yeah.
I have one child's 6-year-old daughter. So when are you gonna have another kid? When you, like nonstop, like just relentless. And I finally came up with the perfect answer, which I told Mike upstairs, and now I'm sharing it with you. If you're Catholic, you say, "Well, Jesus has a different plan,"
Nice.
and suddenly,
Oh, they're fake.
it's okay. And I'm like, "Yeah, actually, I know it's okay. It was okay before I told you that." But that's the answer I go with. So, Kevin,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say that. I'll
Yeah.
just say,
yeah. Well, I mean, you got a couple of years before you say that. Dogs? Yeah.
Yeah. Did I tell you what I did for the wedding
I'm
gift?
trying to get somebody to cry in this freaking podcast, and I almost got Kevin to cry when we talked about his dead dog a couple of years ago, right? No,
Yeah, he's
look,
sorry.
I rescued dogs,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very sensitive
Fair
to
enough.
it.
We
Fair
both, yeah, we both. Oh, speaking of charities, I also
See?
got a little heads up that the dog charity event that we were planning might be going through here.
Can we
at
pull the
Bell.
dogs?
Yeah.
Maybe they can pull us on a bobsled or something.
Yeah, we'll bring the dogs. No, we might be working with the SPCA here with something at Bell. So
Lovely.
another charity
Solid.
event, so
Max,
at the
dogs?
top of the
Yeah.
charity.
Have a dog. We have a golden doodle. He's nuts.
It's worth
A what?
thinking about.
A golden
Golden
doodle.
Oh, doodle. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Just 6 years old. He acts like he's 5 months old. Still.
Puppy lapdog.
Yeah. I mean, he's 65 pounds. Thinks he's a lapdog.
Max,
but-
3 years old and 6 years old are the worst. The children are insane. Terrible twos are a joke. They're easy. They're a piece of cake. 3 and 6, insanity.
Yeah, three-nagers. That's what they. That's
Whatever they
them.
call them. I have other words, but.
Better you guys than me. I'll have my turn eventually. But
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no. You look. Whatever you do, it'll be up to Jody, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's wrap up. Just give us the event stuff one more time.
Yeah,
Yes.
plug all the websites, all the times, locations, everything.
Absolutely. So it is September 12th, right out front at 3:45 p.m.
Okay.
Our sponsors so far, again, our title sponsor, WorkWave, want to thank them. New Jersey Natural Gas, Applebee's, Ocean First Bank, Attention Trading, JCP&L from their First Energy Foundation, and JGS Insurance so far.
Okay. Now, how many? Well, you're at doesn't mean that you won't take more now.
Oh no, we'll keep them
Right.
coming.
Reach
Yeah.
your goal, but let's
Yeah,
keep
we
it
reached our
coming.
goal. We want, again, the last 2 truck pulls that just happened, one just happened in Detroit. This was their second year.
Okay.
They just raised $40,000.
Great, Kevin. How many people do you have in your company?
I have two upstairs, 2 interns, and then a couple of freelancers.
So about 5.
Yeah.
Any company that has more than 5 employees in this Bell Works better call Max about this. Okay. So I'm giving you off the hook because obviously you can pull the truck yourself. So,
Yeah, exactly.
But yes.
I like it.
Get a little. And WorkWave. How many do they have?
So WorkWave, I believe they're going to have at least 3 teams minimum. I know JGS already sent me a list with, I want to say, like 30 or 40 people. So
iSIMS, no. Guardian,
So-
let's go.
so-
Let's go. Let's step it up here.
Yeah,
let's
come
go.
on, guys.
I know. We really
I'm bringing tuna fish.
We really
Yeah.
need some more support here. I
Okay.
think this community's already that it is a community.
Okay.
And that's what I've
Yeah.
seen. And I think, again, we're just trying to put on a really unique, fun event for this community.
I think it's
I'm Italian.
prime-
This is
prime
a family,
for-
and the thing that we do the most is give you guilt.
Boom.
Let's go, companies.
Come
Let's go.
on. Yeah, it's primed for a perfect little competition here amongst all
Absolutely.
the companies in the building.
Should they go to the website to hit you
Yes.
up, or is it more
So,
direct?
moveforhunger.org, you can find information there, or bellworkstruckpull.com.
Okay. Are you gonna pull a truck?
I will be there. I might be on a megaphone. I'll probably pull a truck. If someone needs a teammate, I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a race against each other, or is it?
It's a race against time. So you're
Okay.
yeah.
And you're doing one or two trucks at the same, or you
Well, it depends. If there's enough teams, we'll bring 5 trucks.
Okay.
You know, typically we can do it in 1 or 2 trucks though.
can. Okay. All right.
All right, donate, come out, compete, do it up.
Come watch Kevin pull a truck.
Pull a truck, let's do it.
Thank you, my man, Max.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
All right. Episode number 27 is where it's in the can. Thanks, guys. Bye.